In today's video, I am going to explain two arm muscles that can create tight shoulder and for frozen shoulder. I want to focus on kind of minor muscles, yet they are very important. First muscle is this one. This is biceps brachii. Biceps brachii. Really? Isn't it elbow muscle? Yes, it is true. However, if you see origin, attachment, you understand how important this muscle is. Let's see. Biceps brachii. It has two heads, two fibers. This fiber, this short head attaches to coracoid process. Coracoid process. This is part of scapula. This is long head. Long head also attaches to scapula. It's a supraglenoid tubercle. Supraglenoid tubercle. You don't have to memorize all terminology for today's video. One thing you have to memorize is biceps brachii. Both fibers attach to scapula. What does it mean? So, biceps brachii crosses shoulder joint. This muscle crosses shoulder joint. That means this muscle moves shoulder. Yep, it's very important. Two main functions for shoulder joint. One function is flexion. Next important function is abduction. Flexion is you raise arm for forward way. This is flexion. And abduction is you raise arm for lateral way. Okay? Flexion, forward movement. Abduction is lateral movement. These two movements are so important for shoulder movements. And oftentimes, if people have frozen shoulder, it's hard to do flexion nor abduction. Very important movement. Now, let me explain next muscle. Next muscle is kind of a completely opposite muscle from biceps brachii. Next one is this one. This is triceps brachii. Triceps brachii. Part of triceps brachii also attaches to scapula. This is long head. Long head of triceps attaches to scapula. Other two heads, two muscles don't attach to scapula. Only long head of triceps attaches to scapula. Thus, long head, this guy moves shoulder. Why is that? Because this fiber across shoulder joint. Two functions for shoulder joint. One main function is extension. Extension is like a backward movement. You bring shoulder backward. This is extension. Oh, by the way, forward way is what? That's flexion, right? Extension is for triceps brachii. Next movement is adduction. Adduction, that is kind of a closing movement. Biceps brachii, flexion and abduction. Triceps, that is for extension and adduction. See, it is completely opposite movement. Now, what is problem if these two guys get tight? Well, four movements are restricted. Extension, adduction, and flexion, abduction. When these four movements are restricted, it's very hard to bring shoulder up. It's very hard to bring your arm up. And when you kind of close arm, now it's hard to go to adduction and extension, right? If triceps brachii gets tight, it's hard to bring your shoulder for flexion. It's very hard. Now, if biceps gets tight, it's hard to bring shoulder backward. It's very common that people's biceps and triceps get tight. Now their shoulder movements are very tight. Oftentimes, when people complain frozen shoulder, tight shoulder, their triceps, biceps tend to get very tight. Of course, other muscles are equally important. Maybe latissimus dorsi, maybe pectoralis major, maybe rotator cuff. These muscles can be tight for frozen shoulder. I believe today's two muscles, biceps and triceps, are kind of ignored muscles for shoulder dysfunction. Yet these two guys are so important. If you liked today's video, please hit the like button, comment and subscribe. See you next video.